Children who have been in foster care are 7 times more likely to be involved in crime, 7 times more likely to have alcohol and drug abuse issues. And get this, over 70% of sex trafficking victims have been in foster care. And I could go on and on. The statistics, unfortunately, are just heart-rending. But the point is, if we want to make a change in these outcomes, and if we really want to heal these innocent, vulnerable children, then we must start dealing with the root cause, which is early childhood trauma. Too many of these children left untreated are otherwise destined to a life of criminality and violence and or suffer from mental or serious physical illnesses to a much greater degree than the rest of us. Child abuse is such a dark secret, and it's therefore so easy to sweep under the table or put it out of our minds. But the facts are that there are 7 reported cases of abuse or neglect in our Sarasota County area every day, resulting in over 1,600 children currently being in our local foster care system.
When I say that since the beginning of this project, we have seen things come together serendipitously, I truly mean it. It has only confirmed to us that this is meant to happen. There are children waiting for this to happen so they can have a better shot at life. We are truly excited about the work we will do with the children and their caregivers and the potential this will have to impact national policies on the child welfare system and how it's governed today.
We believe that through the care of the child's mind, that we can take care of the whole child. So the role that we are specifically going to play with All Star Children's Foundation is through the participation of developing clinical protocols, as you heard mentioned. We are also going to be providing training to the clinical work that's going to be happening on this campus. And then the most important piece, which is the research to achieve the best outcomes. And you heard that mentioned as well. Specifically, we are bringing on board a psychologic trauma director. And that director, who will be starting at the end of January, is the person who's really going to not only spearhead the trauma initiatives based in St. Petersburg and what we'll be providing across the state, but also connected to this project. I really want to take a moment and thank Chuck and Marjorie Barancik Foundation and Terry Hansen for the wonderful partnership and support of this trauma director position. Without the support of the Barancik Foundation and the All Star Children's Foundation, we would not have been able to achieve the dream of having the trauma director and connecting to this project. So I really want to thank you for that wonderful support. Yes.
So how are we going to go about implementing this vision? On the very ground that we're at today, celebrating this groundbreaking, we're going to build a state-of-the-art, trauma-sensitive campus, our campus of hope and healing, which will provide loving, nurturing homes and a safe haven for abused children when they are first removed from their homes. This safe haven will include a 12,000 square foot treatment center, 6 individual family fully licensed foster homes, and a community center. Now, the total cost of this project, including the cost of buying the land, building the homes in the treatment center here, and to cover our startup costs of operating and maintaining the campus, is a whopping $13 million. But I'm extremely happy to report to you that during our quiet phase in fundraising, we've raised $7 million of that amount.
The serendipity that the groundbreaking is on my birthday. This passion actually started in 1986 when I read in the newspaper of a little baby girl named Shannon Nicole. She was 18 months old, and she was brutally abused and tortured and killed by her mother and her stepfather. I didn't know that child abuse existed then. I didn't know that a parent could do that to a child. I grew up with a mom that was so overprotective, she boiled everything that came in contact with me. And you know, children learn what they live. When I was about 6 years old, we had a refrigerator delivered to the house, and it came in a big giant box. And so my sister and I decided we were going to make that into our little playhouse. And we did. Well, we were going to have a tea party for our dolls. Well, there was no way I was going to let my little tea set touch my doll's lips without boiling it first. So I put it in a pot, put it there to boil, and went out to play, and then came back and I heard the water rumbling in the pot and the tea set banging against the side of the pot. And I decided I better check to see if my tea set's ready yet. So I went up, got the spoon, lifted the spoon up, went to see if the cup was okay, and the boiling water went straight down the front of my little pinafore dress. I screamed. I pulled the dress away from my body, and my skin came with it. I never felt the pain. I don't remember the pain. All I remember is my mother coming in absolute sheer terror to see that I'd been hurt. She immediately sent out our nanny to go find some ice, because obviously our refrigerator hadn't made any ice yet. Fortunately, our doctor lived right across the street, and she went and got him. And meanwhile, she held me in her arms, crying to see me in pain. That is the same terror that I felt when I read about Shannon Nicole. And that has been my driving force, my passion, my mission to create a safer world for children and to be that voice for children. And today, for baby Shannon Nicole, who wasn't old enough or had a chance for dreams. Isn't it a beautiful thing that this place for many children to come, to heal and love and be loved and hope is not going to be somewhere over the rainbow. It's going to be right here, right here, right here. Help us make this dream come true. I love you all, and thank you so much for being here today. I'm 76 today, and I am just so excited. This is awesome. And I'm glad we're doing this while I'm still young.